Hey everyone, and welcome to another video. So today we're taking a look at some more Apple MagSafe leather cases. These are replicas from AliExpress. So I've already made a video on this particular one. This was the first one that I actually received. This was received quite early on, but as you can see, this is just like a sort of generic look. They've copied the look of the MagSafe cases, but it doesn't actually have the stamp or anything like that. In terms of fit and finish and everything, it was actually quite good. Today I've received both of these ones through. So these are both from different sellers. So even though I've received them together and they look packaged almost identically, so they didn't come in no fancy packaging, literally just two clear wallets. They came in separate envelopes, so obviously clearly sent from individual sellers. So what we'll do is we'll take a look at the brown one first, and then we'll take a look at the red one after. So I've already put some cards in these, and first thing to note is obviously these are brand new wallets. In terms of getting your card out, it is not very easy at all. Like, I'm putting a lot of force into that and I'm still not able to actually get these cards out. And both of these are relatively slim cases. They've not actually got any pressed numbers or lettering on these. These are both, I believe, my showcase, which is a cinema here in the UK. And in this one I have my Costco card as well as a Turkish Airlines frequent flyer card, and same thing with this one. As you can see, it's not very easy to get your cards out once they're actually in. And I've deliberately left this one slightly further up because otherwise you literally cannot get enough of a grasp onto them. But obviously that's leather, so obviously once it stretches a bit it will change. Now this one, when it actually came, even with nothing in the case, we do have a little bit of a stretch on the leather just there. So in terms of build and finish, it's not the best. I think it was it the red one? One of these, yeah. So this one there, it just kind of caught my eye, the fact that it's got an extra stitch just there. So in terms of the finish on this one, I'm not massively impressed with it. Colour on this is very, very bright, but it almost looks as though it's transferring instantly, because just that center section, it looks like a slightly different shade. It probably won't come up on camera. It's nothing really noticeable, but if I was to describe the outside of this one, it's almost like a cherry kind of color. It probably won't come across on camera in the same way. Now in terms of fitment, this is not a MagSafe silicone case. This is actually just an early fake that I got from AliExpress, and even though this is using the built-in magnets of the phone, it does, as you can see, it does still grip on, so it's not going to fall off. Well, it did just there, but it does take a bit of shaking to actually get off. The brown one, I think that's a really good look. Same thing with that. Now what we'll do is, even though the silicone is more grippy, I'll try these directly on the phone as well. So just to give you an idea in terms of how they actually fit. So this was the first one that actually came. So that one fits on really nice and it's not falling off. The brown, they don't really snap into position. See, this is a similar thing to the blue one that I received, where they don't seem to have the extra little bit of either a magnet or a piece of metal just at the bottom in order to straighten out. So when you throw it on, as you can see, it does bounce back and grip, but it doesn't actually straighten. So it's gripped there, but it's not, it doesn't want to actually stay straight. On the phone itself, let's see. So it moves out of position slightly, but it's not instantly dropping off. So that's not too bad actually. I'm more impressed with that one than the blue one when I first got that. But same thing with this. So they don't want to actually snap into position. There it's gripping, so as you can see, it's not going to drop off, but it's never in the position where it just snaps completely straight. And that's something where if you do have OCD like I do about these kind of things, it would bug you over time. These, I literally just ordered them as a test case, just to make a video on them, just to give other people ideas in terms of what it is that they'd receive if they were to order them. I know a lot of people do order a lot of cases and wallets and things like this from AliExpress, so for that reason, obviously I thought it'd be an interesting video. But that one I'm not that impressed with. The brown I'm probably more happy with in terms of how it sits and everything. It's just this little bit of the leather here. So let me try and get the cards out, and I'll show you what I mean by the flex. So as you can see, it's not the easiest thing to work with. I'm guessing as the leather loosens, this should become easier. Right, so get them out of the way. So even with nothing in the case or the wallet, as you can see, this is how it's actually come. So when it's originally heated into shape, obviously it's got a bit of a ripple there. Now in terms of the Apple logo itself, that they've done really well. And in terms of the front, just taking a look at it, so yeah, just down here, you might just be able to make that out. There's a small little nick just there, and similar on that tiny little edge there as well. There's nothing that I can notice similar to that on this one. As I say, these are both from different sellers, and if we take a look at the blue one, as you can see, there's nothing on this. This one, if anything, it's even closer to the edge, whereas with these, it's almost as though these have actually been heated into the correct shape. So as you can see, these actually have the sort of bump there already, whereas this one, I have used cards in this one, and basically we don't have any type of bump. Now one thing to note, out of all three of these, this is the only one that's actually real leather, and I knew it straight away. As soon as you take it out of the package, you could smell that this was actually real leather, and you can feel it. It's a much more supple sort of feeling, whereas this is, you can tell this is fake leather, or PU leather as they call it, even though it was advertised as being genuine. So bit of a deformed corner just there. I mean, nothing really bad, and considering the price, I think this one was something like £6 and this one was probably £6.23 or something strange like that. So I do like the way it literally just snaps into position, but as you can see with this one, where it's snapping, so if I just throw that on, if I try and force this, and there's no point at which it snaps and grabs having it straight. And it's a similar thing with this one, where it just doesn't align perfectly straight because it's missing those bottom magnets. And some of these, I think it might have been the saddle brown one, that one was actually advertised as being 1-for-1. So essentially what they're saying is that's an exact copy of the genuine items. Yeah, this is not easy to get your cards out of. So at the moment, I've literally only got 2 very thin cards. I would not recommend anybody trying to put 3 cards into here. You can get it out, as you can see. Obviously, these are literally just straight out of the packaging. And first thing I thought is, I'll get the video done. So in terms of this one, so it's a little bit misshaped there. And you've got a little bit of like odd stitching showing at the back. But other than that, it's not terrible, but for me, it would be the thing that where at no point does this one actually snap into position. And if anything, the blue one actually works slightly better in that sense, because it almost feels like it's got more grab anyway. Whereas these ones, I don't know whether it's because these aren't real leather, but they don't seem to grip quite the same way. So this one seems slightly stronger. It could literally just be because they've got extra plates or something in the back of it. Once again, I'll just quickly throw this on, and as you can see, this is not a MagSafe case. So literally the only thing this is helping in terms of how these operate is the fact that it's got silicone on it. So same thing again, it does grip it, so it will hold it, but it's not holding in the sense that it's going through the MagSafe case. Now I do have some MagSafe silicone cases coming, so once they arrive, what I'll do is I'll do a follow-up video, just basically giving my opinions once again. And what I'll do is, just before we wrap up, what I'll do is I'll put both of these same cards in this one. And yeah, as you can see, this one, because I'm guessing it's the material, so I'm guessing the fake leather that they've used on these cases, it doesn't react in the same way. I mean, this, it looks like the same thing as this. Let me just get the cards out of the way. So if you look at the inside of these, both of them look like the same material. They both look like the sort of suede material that you get on back of real leather. But this one, on the brown, it just feels really fake. Even the front cover, the front panel, it just feels completely different. This feels soft and pliable, whereas this is just rigid, and it's probably more so prevalent there, where it looks like this whole pattern has been stamped into it rather than literally just being a natural sort of grain as you're getting on this one. Whether this is a genuine leather or not, I'm not 100% sure, but this definitely is not, and neither is this one. So yeah. Anyway, that's a quick look at the wallet cases. So as I say, I will do a follow-up once I receive the silicone MagSafe cases for the iPhone itself, and then we'll take another look, and hopefully by that time what I'll do is I'll keep some cards in these. Hopefully by that time they might have loosened up a little, and basically usage might be a little bit better. But so far, as you can see, in terms of the look, they look exactly like what you'd expect, and I think the best test is against silicone, just to show the maximum amount of grip that they can actually have. And even with the cards in this, they weren't as though they were falling off. At no point did they fall off on their own until you actually put some force into it yourself. So they do move around. That's the thing that's obviously bugging me at the moment, the fact that they don't stay centered. They do, as you shake it, they will go off center, but it's still gripping it on the actual MagSafe magnets themselves. But yeah, that's a quick look at the MagSafe wallet cases. As I say, I will have a follow-up come in once the iPhone silicone cases arrive, and then hopefully that should give us a better idea in terms of how these actually perform.